Virgo, brace yourself. November 2025 is about to flip your world upside down. With intense planetary shifts shaking up your career, relationships, and inner growth, this month isn't playing around. From cosmic breakthroughs to emotional revelations, the stars are aligning for a transformation you won't see coming. Are you ready to evolve? Chapter 1, November 1st to 10th. Confidence and clarity. As the month opens, Virgo finds itself under the lingering influence of the late October new moon, which continues to reverberate through your third house of communication, thought, and short-term planning. This sets the tone for a mentally active and strategically potent start to the month. The Sun, still in Scorpio until November 22nd, casts a penetrating light on Virgo's inner workings. Scorpio energy harmonizes with Virgo's analytical nature, offering a rare opportunity to merge intuition with logic. For Virgo Decan 1, born August 23rd to September 2nd, the Sun forms a sextile aspect until November 2nd, enhancing your ability to express ideas with precision and magnetism. This is a time when your words carry weight and your presence commands attention, not through force but through quiet authority. Mars, also in Scorpio, forms a trine to Neptune in Pisces on November 3rd. This aspect is subtle but powerful. Mars represents drive and action, while Neptune governs dreams, illusions, and spiritual insight. For Virgo, this trine activates your axis of relationships and self-identity. You may feel a surge of visionary energy, an urge to act on ideals that have long simmered beneath the surface. This is not about impulsive moves. It's about strategic alignment with your deeper values. The veil between the conscious and subconscious thins, allowing Virgo to tap into intuitive guidance with remarkable clarity. As Mercury continues its transit through Scorpio until November 8th, Virgo's ruling planet sharpens your mental acuity. Scorpio's depth allows Mercury to operate with surgical precision, making this an ideal time for Virgo to dissect complex problems, uncover hidden truths, and communicate with persuasive force. Your thoughts are not scattered, they are focused, deliberate, and impactful. This is especially potent for Virgo Decan 2, born September 3rd to 12th. Who may feel a heightened sense of mental control and strategic foresight. Venus, meanwhile, travels through Libra until November 7th, activating Virgo's second house of values and resources. This transit brings a refined aesthetic sensibility and a desire for balance in material affairs. Virgo may find itself reassessing what truly matters, what is worth investing in both financially and emotionally. Venus in Libra encourages harmony, but also discernment. You are not swayed by superficial charm. You seek substance, elegance, and ethical alignment. On November 4th, the moon enters Capricorn, forming a trine to Virgo and grounding your emotional landscape. This lunar transit supports practical decision-making and emotional discipline. Virgo thrives under Capricorn's influence, as it reinforces your natural inclination towards structure and long-term planning. You may feel a renewed sense of purpose, especially in areas related to career and public image. By November 8th, Mercury shifts into Sagittarius, marking a transition in mental focus. Sagittarius energy is expansive, philosophical, and future-oriented. For Virgo, this can feel like a stretch. Your mind is pulled from detail into the realm of big-picture thinking. This transit activates your fourth house of home and emotional foundations, prompting questions about security, belonging, and legacy. While Sagittarius may challenge Virgo's need for precision, it also offers a chance to broaden your emotional horizons and consider new possibilities for personal growth. As the first decade of November closes, the moon enters Pisces on November 9th to 10th, opposing Virgo and activating your relationship axis. This lunar opposition may stir emotional sensitivity, especially in one-on-one dynamics. Virgo is not typically comfortable with emotional ambiguity, but Pisces invites you to surrender control and embrace empathy. This is a moment to listen more deeply, to feel without judgment, and to allow emotional truths to surface without resistance. Throughout this period, Virgo is called to balance intellect with intuition, strategy with surrender. The planetary alignments favor those who can adapt without losing their core integrity. You are being asked to refine your vision, clarify your values, and prepare for the more intense transits that lie ahead. The groundwork you lay now will determine how you navigate the challenges and opportunities of mid-November. This chapter is not about dramatic upheaval. It's about subtle empowerment. Virgo is being gifted with clarity, precision, and emotional insight. The cosmos is whispering, not shouting. Listen closely and you'll hear the call to elevate your thinking, align your actions, and prepare for the next phase of transformation. Chapter 2. November 11th to 20th, Strategic Shifts and Emotional Depth. The first 10 days offered Virgo clarity and composure, but now the universe turns up the intensity. This middle chapter is where the real transformation begins. The planetary alignments are no longer whispering, they're demanding. And Virgo, ruled by Mercury and grounded in discernment, must now navigate a terrain that is both expansive and unpredictable. The first major shift arrives on November 8th, when Mercury, your ruling planet, enters Sagittarius. This is a significant change in tone. Mercury in Scorpio was surgical, secretive, and strategic. But in Sagittarius, Mercury becomes bold, outspoken, and future-focused. For Virgo, this transit activates your fourth house, the sector of home, roots, and emotional security. Suddenly, your thoughts are drawn inward, but not in the usual analytical way. Instead, you're being asked to zoom out, to see the broader emotional patterns that shape your sense of belonging. This can feel disorienting. Virgo prefers clarity and control, but Sagittarius thrives on exploration and uncertainty. You may find yourself questioning long-held beliefs about family, safety, or your emotional foundations. This is not a time for quick fixes or tidy conclusions. It's a time to sit with the questions, to allow discomfort to guide you toward deeper understanding. The mind is expanding, but it's doing so through the lens of the heart. On November 13th, the moon in Taurus forms a grand Earth trine with Virgo and Capricorn. This is a stabilizing influence in the midst of emotional flux. Taurus rules your ninth house of higher learning and belief systems, while Capricorn governs your fifth house of creativity and self-expression. This trine creates a powerful triangle of grounded insight. You may experience a moment of profound clarity, a realization that connects your values, your voice, and your vision. This is a rare alignment that supports manifestation through discipline. If you've been waiting for the right moment to commit to a long-term goal, this is it. But the cosmos doesn't let you rest for long. On November 16th, Venus in Sagittarius forms a trine to Uranus in Taurus. This is a liberating, electric aspect that jolts you out of emotional stagnation. Venus governs your values and relationships, while Uranus is the planet of disruption and awakening. For Virgo, this trine activates your fourth and ninth houses, shaking up your emotional landscape and belief systems. Expect sudden insights, unexpected conversations, or even revelations that challenge your assumptions about what home really means. This is not a comfortable transit, but it is a necessary one. Virgo is being asked to release outdated emotional frameworks and embrace a more expansive, liberated sense of self. You may feel a pull toward new philosophies, spiritual practices, or even physical relocation. The key is to remain open without losing your center. Let the winds of change blow through, but stay rooted in your truth. Then comes the most volatile moment of the month, November 17th, when Mars in Scorpio opposes Jupiter in Taurus. This is a high-stakes, high-energy transit that demands careful navigation. Mars is your drive, your willpower, your fight. Jupiter is expansion, belief, and risk. When these two clash across your third and ninth houses, the tension between detail and vision becomes impossible to ignore. For Virgo, this opposition can manifest as mental overload, ideological conflict, or impulsive decisions. You may feel torn between sticking to what you know and leaping into the unknown. The temptation to act rashly is strong, but the lesson here is restraint. Mars in Scorpio wants precision. Jupiter in Taurus wants growth. The sweet spot lies in strategic expansion, taking bold steps but only after careful calculation. This is also a time when communication can become charged. Be mindful of your tone, your timing, and your intent. Words carry weight now, and misunderstandings can escalate quickly. If you feel provoked, pause. If you feel pressured, breathe. The cosmos is testing your ability to hold your ground without becoming rigid. As the decade closes, the moon moves through Cancer on November 19th to 20th, forming harmonious aspects to both the Sun and Saturn. This brings a wave of emotional maturity and introspection. Cancer rules your 11th house of community and long-term vision. You may feel a renewed sense of purpose, a desire to align your personal growth with collective goals. This is a beautiful time to reflect on your role within your social circles, your contribution to the greater good, and the legacy you wish to build. Throughout this middle chapter of November, Virgo is being stretched. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The transits are not gentle, but they are deeply transformative. You are being asked to redefine your inner compass, to question what you've always believed, and to embrace a more expansive version of yourself. This is not about abandoning your analytical nature. It's about evolving it. Virgo's gift is discernment, and now you must apply that gift to your own emotional truth. What beliefs no longer serve you? What emotional patterns are holding you back? What new truths are ready to emerge? The answers won't come all at once. But if you stay present, stay grounded, and stay curious, you'll find that this period, though intense, is also profoundly liberating. The universe is not punishing you, it's preparing you for what comes next. Chapter 3, November 21st to 30th, Grounded Growth and Career Momentum. As the final third of November unfolds, Virgo steps into a phase of grounded acceleration. The earlier weeks of introspection and emotional recalibration now give way to tangible movement, especially in the realms of career, public image, and long-term goals. The planetary landscape shifts dramatically, and Virgo, ever the strategist, must now apply everything learned so far to navigate this powerful culmination. The transition begins on November 22nd, when the Sun enters Sagittarius. This solar ingress activates Virgo's fourth house, illuminating themes of emotional roots, ancestral patterns, and foundational stability. Sagittarius is bold, philosophical, and future-oriented, qualities that challenge Virgo's preference for detail and control. Yet this tension is precisely what fuels growth. The Sun in Sagittarius urges Virgo to reimagine what home means, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. It's a call to expand your inner sanctuary, to make space for new beliefs and broader emotional truths. This shift is amplified by the full moon in Gemini on November 24th, a lunation that strikes directly across Virgo's career axis, the 10th and 4th houses. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, mirrors Virgo's mental agility but adds a layer of duality and curiosity. This full moon brings something to light in your professional sphere. A project reaches completion, a decision becomes unavoidable, or a new opportunity emerges. But it's not just about external success. The Gemini moon asks Virgo to balance ambition with emotional authenticity. Are you climbing a ladder that aligns with your values? Or are you chasing goals that no longer reflect who you've become? This lunation is particularly potent for Virgo Decan 3, born September 13th to 22nd, who may feel the pressure to make a defining choice. The moon's illumination can be exhilarating, but also overwhelming. Gemini's mutable energy can scatter focus, so Virgo must lean into its gift of discernment. Prioritize what matters. Filter out the noise. The spotlight is on you, but clarity comes from within. On November 25th, Mars in Scorpio forms a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn, activating Virgo's 3rd and 5th houses. This is a deeply empowering transit. Mars provides drive, Pluto delivers transformation. Together they offer Virgo the chance to reshape your voice and creative expression. You may feel an intense urge to speak your truth, to assert your ideas with conviction, or to channel your energy into a passion project. This is not surface-level motivation, it's rooted in purpose. The words you choose now can influence your trajectory for months to come. However, the cosmos throws a curveball on November 27th, when Mercury squares Saturn. This aspect is sobering, restrictive, and often frustrating. Mercury, now in Sagittarius, wants to explore. Saturn in Pisces demands accountability. For Virgo, this square activates your 4th and 7th houses, creating tension between emotional needs and relational responsibilities. You may feel misunderstood, blocked, or burdened by expectations. Communication may falter and emotional clarity may feel elusive. But this is not a punishment, it's a recalibration. Saturn's influence forces Virgo to refine your emotional language, to speak with integrity, and to honor boundaries. Something feels heavy, examine it. Is it yours to carry? Or is it time to release it? This transit rewards maturity, patience, and emotional discipline. It's a cosmic checkpoint ensuring that your growth is sustainable, not just reactive. As the month closes, the moon moves through Leo on November 29th to 30th, lighting up Virgo's 12th house of solitude, healing, and subconscious patterns. This is a quiet, reflective end to an otherwise dynamic month. Leo's fire may feel muted in this hidden sector, but it still burns. You may feel drawn to retreat, to process, to integrate. The 12th house is where Virgo meets its shadow, not to fear it but to understand it. This lunar transit invites Virgo to honor the inner work. The breakthroughs of the full moon, the challenges of the Mercury-Saturn square, and the empowerment of Mars-Pluto all converge here. It's a moment to pause, to reflect, and to prepare for the new cycle ahead. The external world may demand attention, but your inner world holds the key to lasting transformation. Throughout this final chapter of November, Virgo is called to merge ambition with authenticity. The stars are aligning for career momentum, but only if you stay true to your emotional compass. The transits are intense, but they are also clarifying. You are being asked to lead, not just with intellect but with heart. This is the culmination of a month-long journey. From clarity to emotional depth to grounded growth, Virgo has traversed the full spectrum of cosmic influence. Now, as November ends, you stand at the threshold of a new beginning. Wiser, stronger, and more aligned than ever before.